In this video tutorial, we will be discussing about the another family, that is Fabaceae. So the Fabaceae will be having the another names. It is also called as Papilionaceae. The old name is Papilionoideae. Papilionaceae or Papilionoideae. So in common terms, you can call it as a pulses family or like legume family. So all these are of the same names, pulses or legume family. So let us see what are the category type of plants comes under this. So if you just see, Papilionoideae is a old name, and why we are calling it as a Papilionaceae, because it is containing a special type of corolla. It is showing the papilionaceous type of estivation or vexillary type of estivation. That's why we are calling it as a Papilionaceae family. And the reason for the pulses as well as a legume family, all the type of pulses will comes under this, and the plants which are containing the root nodules belonging to the legume family also comes under this. So all these are the other names for it. So if you are just going with the classification, these plants belonging to the dicots, so the class is Dicotyledonnae, and the subclass is Polypetalae. So poly means free, petals are present, so it is Polypetalae, and the series belonging to Calciflorae. The order is of Rosales. Calciflorae order is Rosales, and the family is Fabaceae. Subfamily is Leguminaceae. Fabaceae, and the subfamily is Leguminaceae. So this is a category or the classification of this family. Let us see the floral formula, then try to draw the floral diagram, followed by the characteristics of this family plants. So most of this, the flowers will be showing the zygomorphic type of symmetry. So we are representing with this symbol, says the flowers are of zygomorphic in nature, or they are showing the bilateral symmetry. Means if you want to cut the flower, it is giving two equal halves if you are cutting only at a particular plane. So these are of the zygomorphic or bilateral symmetric flowers. And these flowers will be containing both the male and female reproductive parts. That's why it is of the bisexual flower. And coming to the walls of it, the calyx are of the 5 sepals and all are in fused condition. So 5 sepals are present which are in fused condition. We call it as a gamosepalous. Gamo means fused, poly means free. So gamosepalous condition and all are of the fused condition will be showing either valvate estivation or imbricate type of estivation. Either valvate or imbricate can be seen. And coming to the corolla is a special type which is showing the papilionaceous type of estivation or the vexillary or descending imbricate estivation. Total 5 petals are there which are arranged in 1 plus 2 plus 2 which are in fused condition. So total 5 petals and 3 are in free condition, 2 are in fused condition, and the type of estivation which is showing is vexillary estivation. As it is shown by the family, we also call it as a papilionaceous type of estivation, vexillary or papilionaceous or descending imbricate estivation. So that estivation can be seen in this family. We will be discussing how the petals are arranged. And coming to the andrecium is again special in this. It is showing the didelphous condition. Total 10 stamens are there. 9 stamens are in fused condition forming a one bundle, and another one is forming another bundle. So 9 stamens are in fused condition and one is a free condition forming the two bundles. If two bundles are formed, that condition of stamens or the condition of andrecium, we call it as a diadelphous. So didelphous type of stamens can be seen. So coming to the gynoecium will be of the one. The gynoecium is of hypogynous. So it is showing the superior ovary and only one carpel is present. Unilocular type of gynoecium can be seen. So let us try to draw the floral diagram based on this floral formula. So when it is coming here first, we'll start with the outermost wall. So the outermost wall is the calyx. So total of the 5 petals are present. So suppose let us try to draw the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 petals. So all these 5 petals are in fused condition. So that's why we are calling these, all these 5 sepals are in fused condition. So we are just trying to connect all the 5 sepals. So what type of estivation? All the margins are facing each other. They are not overlapping, but they are fused. So this is the 5 sepals. They are in fused condition. That's why they are gamosepalous. And they are showing the either valvate estivation can be seen or sometimes imbricate estivation can also be observed. And coming to the next wall, corolla. So this is the special estivation we can find in this Fabaceae family. Total 5 petals are there, will be showing the vexillary type of estivation. So the one petal, which is of the bigger one large petal will be there at the posterior side. So this large petal, we call it as the standard or vexillum. So it will be having the one large petal. It is called as standard or vexillum. So which is present towards the posterior side and which is the single one. And this is covering the 2 small petals which are laterally arranged to this. These 2 small petals are called as the wings. So 2 wings are present which are covered by the standard or vexillum. These are present towards the lateral side and they are overlapped by this, and in turn they will be overlapping the 2 more petals. So there is another name for these wings, we call it as a LA. And these 2 wings again they are just covering the 2 more small petals which are present towards the anterior side. These are 2 anterior petals. These are called as keel or carina. So total 5. 1 standard or the vexillum, 2 wings or LA, 2 anterior side, 2 keel petals or the carina which are fused in condition. So that's why we wrote it as a 1 plus 2 plus and the last 2 are of the fused condition. So either they are completely fused or partially fused. So the standard one is covering the 2 wings and these 2 wings are covering the 2 more keel here. So this type of estivation, we call it as the vexillary or papilionaceous or descending type of estivation. So coming to the third wall. The third wall is also showing the didelphous type of stamens. So which means 9 are fused forming a one bundle and one is free. So you can find the dithecous type of anthers here. So here let us say this is of 1 and all the remaining 9 are fused. So you can draw it here. 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So all the 9 stamens are in fused condition which are forming a one bundle. So we are drawing in this way. These are the third wall of it and all the 9 are fused forming a one bundle, remaining one is free forming another bundle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and the 9. So total in the third wall 10 stamens are present arranged in 9 plus 1 condition showing the didelphous condition. So coming to the inner wall, that is gynoecium. So this innermost wall will be having the many ovules, but if you are just observing you can see the arrangement of ovules on the margin. So the gynoecium which we can see in this case is hypogynous, superior type of ovary, monocarpillary, unilocular ovary, but many ovules are present. So it is of unilocular with many ovules. And the type of placentation we can see here is the marginal placentation. So this is how the floral diagram looks for the Fabaceae family. And on the this side we are just representing with a thick dot which represents the mother axis. So both the male and the female parts are there. That's why we are considering it as a bisexual flower, and only at the particular plane you can divide this into the two equal halves. So the symmetry which is shown by Fabaceae family is zygomorphic or bilateral symmetry, and five sepals are present which are in fused condition, showing the valvate or imbricate type of estivation. Corolla is specially arranged. Vexillary estivation can be seen, 1 plus 2 plus 2 arrangement. Androecium is also specially arranged. 9 as a one bundle, 1 as a free. So didelphous condition, hypogynous type of ovary. So let us see where you can find this pulses family. So these pulses family are distributed all over the world. Wherever you can see these plants will be growing abundantly. And when it is coming to the habit of these plants, they may be in a tree habit, or maybe the shrubs, herbs. Few are in climbers forming the tendrils. Tendril climbers can be seen. So this is the habit and this is a distribution. So coming to this root. So the root is special in this Fabaceae family. They will be showing the taproot system. They are belonging to the dicotyledonous class, so they are showing the taproot system. But there is a speciality for this. Whatever the taproot is there, the main root, and it is forming the lateral roots, secondary, tertiary roots will be formed. And these roots will be having the a special type of nodule type structures. We call it as the root nodules. So these root nodules are nothing but one bacteria which is helpful for the nitrogen fixation. We call it as nitrogen fixing bacteria. So usually atmospheric nitrogen cannot be taken up by the plant readily, so it will be absorbed into the soil with the help of a process called as nitrogen fixation, and the nitrogen fixing bacteria will be helpful for it so that the plant can utilize all the nitrogen source. So for this, it is containing the nodule structures called as the root nodules, and as the root nodules are present, these can able to fix the nitrogen in the soil and it is available to the plant. And because of this nitrogen fixation, whatever the pulses are there, they are of the with rich proteins. So all the pulses are rich in proteins just because of the nitrogen fixation, and that can be done by the bacteria which is present in the soil and in the root nodules, so that plant can form the more amount of protein. So this is the another feature for it. When it is coming to the plant characters, so these plants, let us discuss the stem, leaf, what type of fruit is there, inflorescence, floral characters and all. So usually we have these foliage type of structures. We call it as foliage stipules. So usually we know the stipule is nothing but a small green leafy like structure which are present at the stack of the leaf or the petiole. We call it as a stipule. But the stipule will be giving the appearance like a flower. So that's why we call it as a foliage stipule. So these are small leaf like appendages to the leaf which are present at the stack of the leaf. Or the stack of the petiole. So here these will be showing the leaf arrangement. So the leaves may be arranged alternate to each other, or they may be opposite to each other. That type of phyllotaxy can be seen in this case. So when it is coming to the leaf characters, the leaf will be showing alternate phyllotaxy, means one leaf will be present at the one node on the stem. Alternate phyllotaxy can be seen, and the leaves may be are of the simple without any incisions, Sometimes you can find the pinnately compound leaves also. Pinnately compound leaves can be seen. And whatever the leaf base is there, that leaf base is slightly swollen. We discussed in the earlier cases. So pulvinous leaf base is the special feature for the Fabaceae family. Pulvinate, slightly swollen leaf base will be present. And as the leaves are of the dicot, they will be showing the reticulate venation. So reticulate venation, pulvinous leaf base, either simple or pinnately compound leaves, alternate type of arrangement of the leaves can be seen. And there is a special feature, they will be showing the tendrils. So at the tip of it, you can see the tendrils. These are useful for the plant to climb to get the support. And coming to the stem characters, whatever the stem part of this Fabaceae, it is aerial and straight or erect, will be showing the climber or twinner or tendril. Sometimes it is woody also. So the wood can be seen in a plant called as Dalbergia sisu. In that plant, the stem is woody. Dalbergia sisu is a plant. In that you can find the woody stem or maybe in a habit of climber, twinner or tendril. And the fruit of this family, it will look in this way. The green pea, how that pod looks. So the fruit of this Fabaceae family, we call it as a legume or the pod. So this is a fruit part. The fruit of Fabaceae is pod or legume. As it is belonging to the Leguminaceae subfamily, these called as a legumes. So coming to the flower, you can clearly find this type of estivation, vexillary type of estivation can be seen in the flower clearly. It will be showing a one standard big petal which is covering the two lateral wings, and inside of that two keel can be present. So here the flowers will look in this way externally, but if you are just observing a bit closer, you can clearly see all the arrangement of the corolla. So the flower coming under this family, it is of the bisexual, as we already described in the description, and it is showing the zygomorphic type of symmetry or the bilateral symmetry, and the type of inflorescence is racemose inflorescence. So the tip part is not occupied with the flowers, only the lateral side flowers are arranged. So that is racemose inflorescence. As both the male and female structures are present, this is of the complete flower. As 5 petals are present, pentamerous flower. It will also contain the small leafy like structures at the stack of the uh, pedicel. We call it as the bract. So it is of bracteate and it is containing the stack. They are of pedicellate. So these are the descriptions for it. So you can mention the bracteate symbol even in the floral formula. So all these are the characteristics of it. The morphological characters of this plant. So let us see what type of plants comes under this Fabaceae family and how they are useful. Usually the pulses like gram, arhar, sem, moong, soya bean, groundnut, all these will be considered as the pulses which are coming under this Fabaceae family. So all are of the pulses, and from this soya bean and groundnut we can extract the edible oil. So we are discussing about the importance, economic importance of this Fabaceae family members. So gram, arhar, sem, moong, soya bean, groundnut are considered as pulses which are with the rich amount of proteins. We can extract the oils even from it, and we can extract the dye from a plant that is indigofera. Will be giving the blue color dye, and we will get the fibers from sun hemp, and the fodder from Sesbania and Trifolium, Sesbania trifolium, which will be given as a food for the animals. So it is a fodder, and it is having the some medicinal plants as well. That is Muliathi, and few ornamental plants are there, lupin and sweet pea. So all these two will be of the ornamental. So the economic importance includes the pulses, that is a food, dye, edible oils, fibers, fodder, medicinal, and the ornamental plants. So here the description we gave is the general garden pea. The scientific name of garden pea is Physaceae sativum, belonging to the same family. So this is all about the Fabaceae family, floral diagram, the plant characters, and the floral formula.